Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media. Welcome to another episode on rFactor 2 where we're going to be racing in the F1 1996 series that I've been streaming here. As a lot of you know, I started this streaming series a long time ago. Shut up music, you're well loud. We started this a while ago on rFactor 2 in COVID. We started it over on Twitch and nearly 4 years ago now. And we only got to round 5. We're here at round 7 for the British Grand Prix, and I'm really excited because I think this is going to be a lot of fun, this one. A couple of things from the last one that I want to touch on. The camera frame rate is pretty low, I must admit. I don't record straight from my camera. It goes to something called Remote, which is the Sony software. Then it goes to OBS, and it gets processed via that. So it's a little bit choppy and slow, but unfortunately there's nothing I can really do about that. I've upped the bitrate a little bit for this week, so the quality might be better. And we're going to wait and see what happens with Luca Badoa for this week, because last time I had to take him out and we had just the 21 cars on circuit. But Luca Badoa is, for some reason, a lot quicker than any other AI out there. The AI are up to 95% this week, so they're a lot higher this time round, and I ought to actually show you the sim, because qualifying has just started. It is a half-hour qualifying session. We've got a couple of cars just going out on track as of right now. The wobbles, the wobbles at this circuit are painful, really painful. We saw a little bit of that at the... what's the word? At the last round, at the French Grand Prix. Right, we're going to shut the music up now because we're going to crack on. We saw at the French Grand Prix that we had quite the wobble in the car. I've tried to play with the setup during a bit of practice to try and get to it and figure it out, but no, it's not quite worked this time around. Seat's a little bit higher this time as well, so you might not see the driver's hands for all of it, but obviously when we're turning enough, you still see it above the little chat graphic just over yonder. So, is it that way? Yes, it's that way. It's just here, isn't it? Anyway, let's get out on circuit, shall we, and get some laps in. We have limited amount of time. We have a half-hour qualifying session, which we're going to see all the way through. We have 12 laps, and we need to do a little bit of a stint, a little bit of a run here to try and figure out fuel calculations, because last time, the little number, I don't know if my mouse is going to show up on screen, no. But if you see the fuel number up at the top, that's counting down now to 21.6, there's a little blue and magenta number next to that. Basically, that tells us, look at the wobbles. It tells us how much fuel we're using per lap and how many laps we can expect to run on said fuel. I need to get comfy in my seat. And yeah, we need to pay attention to that more than the strategy that we get set in our garage when we are not in the car, because that didn't calculate the fuel properly last time round. This thing feels awful around this circuit, so we're in for a very different, watch this, very different kettle of fish to previous rounds, although the wobble's not so bad around there, I was going to say. This is the 1991 version of Silverstone, as opposed to the 96 version. Sorry, I saw that the chat had come in. Good evening, Chloe. Really shouldn't look at chat. Good evening, Ben. Hope you're doing well. I hope I'm not going to wobble the camera off the desk. We have a Ligier coming through. Rightly so. Alright, you're just going to sit on the apex and be a cretin. So this is the old version of Silverstone with the very squared off final sector, which the AI doesn't really like, but neither does this car, because the wobbling is absolutely atrocious. So I need to be careful with the tyres on this one. That Ligier is so much quicker. Look at the power. That's not good for our first lap, is it? Oh, just sit on the apex then, clown. For some reason, this armrest is not in the right place. Big wobble through there. Maggots and Beckett's is so terrifying, man. There's the biggest wobble on the circuit, I'd say, as we go out the final corner. Is that Chapel? Out the final corner, out section, I was going to say. I think it's Chapel as we go onto the Hanger Straight. Hard on the brakes here. Another big wobble coming up if I'm not careful coming off the brakes. You can get on the throttle so much earlier there, Chaz. Got to ignore the wobbles and just get by it. Friggin' hell. Yeah, when they get to a point though, the car starts to break away. Now I really like the chicane that's usually here. I don't like this left-hander. Blind exit. Them two are going to make contact behind if they're not careful. Is that Eddie? yeah, Eddie Irvine ruining our lap. I mean, it's hardly fantastic anyway. Jesus, like, I'm fighting the car a lot more here than I was at Manicourt last time round. Hello. This is going to be rough tonight. This is going to be rough. It was a fantastic comeback last time round. I really enjoyed myself. But yeah, this could be rough. We are slower than Ricardo Rossi by just 48 thousandths of a second. I'm already a tenth and a half up. We're using 3.14 litres a lap. That says, from that little calculation at the top. How far are we off the top spot? Look where you're going, Chaz. Okay, so we're a while off. Wow, 4.3 seconds off Irvine, who's just gone past us. But we are driving a Forti. We need to remember that this car is toss. That wobble there. There we go, look at that. Look at the amount of time we've gained there by being smooth. 3/4 of a second up. We're probably going to gain quite a bit as well in the final sector over where Irvine got in our way last time. So scary down there. Oh, well late turning in. Come on, stop wobbling, please. We're 1.5 seconds up here. This is looking very nice. Don't hit the curb. Oh, I've gone too deep. I'm going to lose a lot of time there. Across the line though, and that's up to 12th place. We're ahead of Diniz, who I think is the car just going past us. Yeah. So that's 3.1 litres per lap. We would need 90 to get to the end. Well, actually no, if it's 3.1 per lap, we're going to need a lot more than 90 because it's 30 laps and it's 0.1, so what would that be? I don't know. I don't know, actually. Don't think that 0.1 is going to make much of a difference. We can overfuel the thing. What do you reckon, Ben? You're the well-known strategist. Because I want to pit halfway through because the tyres will go off partway through the race. We saw that at Manicourt. We had to pit early and the tyres were dead by the end. Because we had an earlier stop and then got caught out by everyone else. Not well, they all actually pitted around the halfway point, just before the halfway. Alesi had a retirement. I forgot to bring up the championship points as well, which is a bit silly. We'll go back to the pits and we'll go over them. I think I made the graphic. This is rough. The wheel is going absolutely bananas under here. Got to be so smooth. The time we gain there. Wow. With a smooth exit out that final corner, we can probably go about a second quicker than that. But I'm happy with the time at the moment. 3.1 litres of fuel per lap. So, what is it? 30 laps, so 15 times 3. We're talking 45 litres of fuel to get halfway. You can run with 1 litre of fuel but not -1. Very true. Yeah, so if we need 45 to make it to halfway, let's say 48. No. 15 times 0.1, so that's what? 1.5. So we'd need about 46.5 litres of fuel to get halfway. So let's run 50? 50 and 50? We'll do 50, and then we'll have 45 added in the stop. Because that was one of the things I wanted to get out of this qualifying session, was to run some fuel numbers while doing this, because I didn't realise that's what that graphic meant. So, thankfully, Ben is on hand. Oh, we don't want first gear there, Chaz. See what I mean about the wobbling, though? It's unbelievable. Absolutely unreal. Little dab of the brakes, and we'll pop into the pits. Needs practice pit entry as well, because, oh, God. Yep, it's a good thing I checked this out. Wow, it's a good thing we checked that out, isn't it? Bloody hell. Phew. There's the box. Don't check your phone, Chaz. I was just checking that the stream was on my phone properly, but it's, yeah, my phone's locked itself. Okay. We can work on the strategy. We're at 14th at the moment, which is pretty good. We are 1.4 seconds ahead of Jos Verstappen and Ricardo Rosset, so that is beautiful news. Oh, sorry. Am I coming through alright, by the way? Is the volume alright? There's the beautiful Forti. Let me see if I can get our championship standingos, because I should have had them from before. Don't think I updated them. Don't think I updated them after last time. I can tell you, though, I've got the spreadsheet open over here, that after the last round, Schumacher still leads the championship, 13 points ahead of Villeneuve, then 2 points ahead of Damon Hill, then it's Eddie Irvine, Berger, Brundle. We are currently still 13th in the championship, tied with Pedro Diniz. So, Diniz is our rival, really, and he's right behind us. Good stuff. Good stuff, Ben. That's what I would like to hear, mate. As much as you lot don't like to hear me. Fastest at the moment is Schumacher. Irvine's out there being a menace. Yeah, look, Luca Badoa is actually third fastest, so much like we had at Manicourt, we're going to kick Badoa out because there's something wrong with the AI file for Luca Badoa, and he is ridiculously fast. So there's going to be 21 cars again today. We're ahead of both of the Minardis, which is important for me. We're ahead of Heinz-Harald Frentzen and the Sauber as well, which is good. Frentzen's currently in 15th. He is exactly 2/10 slower than us at this moment. That's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. I wonder what we could do about strategy. I don't know if this changes. We'll put 45 in. That says 11 laps, but I think that's rubbish. Because we're going to use 3 litres, aren't we? We'll try to pit on lap 15. We'll begin on... Where would you put it in to begin with? Oh, starting fuel. So we had 5 laps in for quali. We'll put 50 litres in to begin with. That thinks 13 on there, you see. I think that's rubbish. That is rubbish. I did mess about with the gears as well, by the way, and yeah, it doesn't quite get to 178 down the straight here. It's not long enough. There's the guys side by side. That's Frentzen, Damon Hill just in front. I think that's actually out of sync. No, it's not. Frentzen in the gorgeous Sauber. The cars looked so good back then, man. This sort of era, the mid-90s, was so awesome. They were really flat and low. Like the... Where's the Williams? I mean, look at the Tyrrell. It's just gorgeous. Where's the... We'll find the Williams. Hill's Williams, man. This Rothman's livery... I mean, the Minardi looked cool. This Rothman's livery was so awesome, man. 1996. Hill and Villeneuve. It was the first year that Villeneuve was there, and of course had that titanic battle with Damon Hill at the Australian Grand Prix in 1996. And I always remember as a kid actually watching the Murray's Magic Moments video back of that battle. Villeneuve had some sort of like radiator leak or something, and there was some oil coolant leak. Oil coolant, for God's sake, Chaz. There was an oil filter leak or something like that. And there was oil flying out the back of the car, and it was all over the rear wing and all over the bodywork of Damon's car, so you could tell which one was him because the car was just brown instead of being white and blue. Right, so most cars have done 7 laps. We've done 5. We can go back out there, but I'm just worried about that fuel number because it says 13 laps on there. I think that's a load of rubbish. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? See whether we can go any quicker. I think we probably will. Maybe see what the tyres do as well on a little run around, because we need to be careful with them here. Back on the Thrustmaster TGT2 wheel again tonight with the standard pedals that come with it. I've not got the rig out for the Thrustmaster TX or Fanatec CSL Elite load cell pedals because, quite frankly, getting the rig out is a faff, and that wheel short circuits like mad. Not short circuits, but surges. There's power surge issues that I've got with the converter thing under there. Yeah, I'm absolutely with you, Ben. I think a lot of my education to mid-90s to late 90s Formula 1 was from the Murray's Magic Moments video, which taught me about a lot of the sort of key moments that happened around the sort of 80s and 90s. I always remember very fondly, even though I wasn't alive at the time, the battle between Gilles Villeneuve and Didier Pironi. Was it the 1987? No, it was earlier than that, wasn't it? Like 1979 or something. San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. They never spoke to each other ever again after that battle, and then Villeneuve was killed like a few Grand Prix later, so they never got a chance to sort of make up again. It was a real shame. I think Pironi's career ended as well after that season because he had a massive accident in something else, didn't he? Like a powerboat or something. Come on, car, stop wiggling. We're also on full fuel, like, well, not full fuel. We're on race fuel now instead of what we were on before. So let's see what it uses on a lap. And also, we'll go down here and see what the tyres do. I think we were losing about 2% per lap at Manicourt. So if we can do about the same here, we should be all right, because we'll only lose 30% of the tyres' life by the time we get to our pit stop that way. It's just this bit. I hate that. That kills the tyres as well, overheats the inside. The inside wall of the tyre just gets stretched to death. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ben. Absolutely. I don't like it when the cars get too finicky and fiddly. I remember the old rear wings and, sorry, the front wings of the McLaren MP44. It's like a rectangle with a semicircle cut out of it, isn't it? Simple aerodynamics, man. It was so cool. But now, yeah, it's like, oh, this team's added a 24th little fin to their sideboard for this weekend. Who cares? Like, I know it's all about the finer details now, but yeah, I could rant on for ages why modern day F1 is going in the wrong direction, but don't get me wrong, we look back on times like this, like I'm racing in here with some very thick rose-tinted glasses, because you look at the results of some of the races and it's like Villeneuve wins, a minute and a half later Schumacher, and then everyone else is a lap down and 10 cars finish, you know. Oh right, flipping out. Well, on race fuel we've just gone 5 tenths quicker. That's put us 13th, so clearly people are improving. We're ahead of Diniz now by 6 tenths of a second nearly. Right behind Mika Salo. I think Salo is probably one of the most underrated Formula 1 drivers there's ever been. He was really good. Had some silly accidents, but don't we all? How many times have you wet yourself? Again, Frentzen as well, another underrated driver. I think I mentioned during the last stream at Manicourt that it's amazing how close he got to winning the title in 1999, I think it was. I do like the noises in this. I know they're a bit rough and a bit scrappy, but I think it sounds awesome. Yep, I do indeed, Rob. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well, mate. That feels absolutely horrific through there, and this is going to feel awful because I'm going to hit the curb. It's going to bounce like a piggy. I got in late there again. Come on, I just don't want it to bounce everywhere, man, but it's just wobbling like mad. I've messed about with the suspension earlier on today when I was doing a little bit of practice, and yeah, didn't help me much. Okay. Can I do the next round in a helmet? I don't actually own a helmet. When I was getting sort of offers to go out in a few cars for different things and video opportunities and stuff, I did consider getting, oh my god, an RI GP6S and getting it painted and so on and having some nice, Jesus, some nice branding on it, but I never got around to getting a helmet in the end. Not got the money to these days, but yeah, it's something I really want to do, but unfortunately, no, because I don't have one. I mean, I am a helmet, look at me. Can go so much quicker through there, there's a lot more runoff to the left. Just don't touch that bloody curb, Chaz. Come on. The back end does want to get away a little bit around there, but not much. Not much. I think I need to point my camera down a little bit because there's a lot of clear space here. There's a lot of clear space in here. Christ. Stop wobbling. I kept my foot in it. Yeah, not good. Not good. I've heated up the rears and now it's going to... Yeah. Doesn't like me. So we need to be careful not to change down into first gear at 170 miles an hour in this race like we did in France. Let's practice that pit entry again. Oh, wall there. Yeah, it likes to really scrub them fronts. Cool. Okay, nice to do a few laps and just see where the car's at. It feels alright with full fuel pretty much, or what we're going to have in terms of race fuel. I was going to do something, wasn't I? Yeah, put my camera down. Bear with me. Let's just try and go... Oh no, I don't want to zoom out. You don't need to see the rest of my room, do you? Let's just go like that a little bit. Yeah? We good? Let's go to 20 mil. Oh, come on. Not 21. Want 20. There you go. Is that better? If I sit like that, you get a bit more of the wheel, and you get the top of my awful noggin. Sound. See, I'm a professional, me. I should have set that up before. Let's see where everybody's at. And oh, pretty. Sorry. Got excited. That was, I think, yes, David. David the Coulthard. Jesus Christ, son. Shut up. That is such a cool looking car, the McLaren. The 95 car was so ugly, but the 96 car was so chunky. And with Marlboro branding obviously on it as well, it really looks the part. So Schumacher's still fastest. He's 6/10 clear of Irvine, who's then another 7/10 clear of Hill. Villeneuve right behind him. So Schumacher could take his third win of the season here. We've not got much time left to do many more laps, so I'm just going to go back out there. Just going to get on with doing a few more. Good to see you as well, Simon Price, my friend. Says Heinz Harald Frentzen, which was the David Duchovny or David Duchovny. I'm not aware of that name, I'm afraid. This is so bumpy. It's ridiculous. I can see when that happens and it wobbles like that, I can see my ring light going. It's actually fallen off the desk. Now I've bumped the camera. And now I've had a crash. Let's go over here. Streaming's not worth it, everyone. Whee! Professional. But no, thank you to those of you that have tuned into these streams so far. I say that as if there's not been just one. But I do appreciate it. I know it's not to everyone's cup of tea to watch someone race against the AI. But I hope that because we can put a bit of a storyline to it, we can make it somewhat interesting. It's one of the Tyrrells flying past. Listen to it. Hey, the revs really didn't know what to do then, did they? We need to be careful around there later in the race, you know, that left-hander, because that will become a real pain in the backside once we heat up the rear tyres and start to wear them out a bit, because it was the rears at Manicourt that started to go before the fronts because it's got that little bit of float in the rear end. 30 laps tonight. So it should be just under an hour, the race. Maybe about 45, 50 minutes. Mulder. Is that some sort of German swear word? Milky, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's a long time since I've seen your name in the chat. Great to see you. Thanks for joining in. I think you were around when I started doing this on Twitch, weren't you, as well? Back in 2020. Jeez. The year of COVID, man. I also, I'm not sure what the situation's going to be like in terms of my streaming schedule in the next sort of couple of weeks, because I've got to move out of this house. I'm not sure if that's something I explained in the last stream, but I have to move out of here. There's no set date for it, but the place I'm going to is becoming available in the next sort of week and a half. I'm going to stay here for a little while I sort stuff out at the other end. But yeah, I'm going to have to get out of here at some point, so the setup may change, may look different. It'll still be this large idiot in front of you. Good God, this thing is honestly, it's bouncier than my BM on the A500. Like the wheel bearing's going to come off. It just feels awful. We're a bit up on our time here, so nice exit, and we're good. Right at the end of the session. Cracking. Cracking. We've gone ahead of Mika Salo. Oh, Diniz is ahead of us, though. Little sod. Okay. Well, he's with Panis. Salo and Katayama are right behind us. They're the two teammates at Tyrrell. Who else are we ahead of? Herbert. Who does Herbert drive for on this season? Doesn't he drive for... He's in Sauber, isn't he? Fisichella and Frentzen. That's Minardi and Sauber. Look at that wobble. Lamy, Minardi, and then Rosset and Verstappen. The two footwork thingies at the back. It's bloody responsive, this car. It's great. Yes, I know. I'm going to... Ah, you won't see that. There's a message down there that says, enter pits to avoid exceeding lap allowance. Yes, Mum. So there is currently 3 minutes 40 seconds left of the session. So we'll wait it out, because as I've written in my own little rules in this championship, we don't skip the sessions. We don't advance it onto the end because the AI put in ridiculously unrealistic lap times. So when you skip sessions in this, or finish session or something, Villeneuve is suddenly going to go like 3 seconds quicker, so I'm not having that. We need to just let them do what they actually do. And we'll make sure our strategy is all set up before we jump into the race as well, because last time it thought that we were going to start pitting very early on and do 3-stop strategy in a flipping 36 lap race. So I'm braking at the start of the bollards there. We'll remember that for next time. Whew. I've left the hoodie off tonight because I didn't want to melt. Didn't want to melt to death like I did last time. Okay, cool. Nicely done, Chaz. So just outside the top 10. We score points inside the top 10 for this because I'm using the sort of new F1 point system. And yeah, not bad at all. Let's go live on this. And we'll see who is out on circuit. Damon Hill currently out there. No sector times though. I think he's on an outlap. He's just crossing the line now. He's got 2 minutes left of the session. Currently in 4th. Yeah, no improvement there. We've got Hakkinen out on the circuit as well. He's just gone through Maggots and Beckett's. Salo's out there. Katayama and Herbert. They could all beat us. We'll have to see. Katayama is just coming out of the final corner. Someone's just nipped into the pits actually in front of him. Has he done anything of value? No, it's Katayama. Good evening, Jakob. Hope you're well, mate. Herbert's come in. That's fine. Salo crossing the line. Please don't beat me. No, he doesn't. Okay, cool. Damon Hill is currently still on his lap. Hakkinen's a bit further around, but he's going to have to come into the pit lane because he's all done. Good old Mika. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, not an X-Files fan. I'm sorry. I do apologise. It's not something I've ever watched. Yes, Jakob, we are at the good Silverstone. And Ben. Yeah, so for those of you that won't be a part of the Sim Racing magazine thing, and you may watch this a long time in the future and wonder what on earth has happened, Ben has done a Seabrooks livery for his cars in the Minardi SimSport team for the Sim Racing magazine GT4 Challenge that's going on at the moment. He and his teammate are both running different flavours, and for each round they're changing the colour based on what snack it is. Seabrooks is a snack company, basically. They make crisps here in the UK. And everybody all of a sudden in the Discord has got on this witch hunt to find them and tell everyone what prices they are in what shops and what flavours you can get and all sorts. It's just erupted. It's absolutely erupted. It's so funny. It is really funny. I love it, Ben, honestly. It's just awesome. But the whole Discord chat has not become about the racing. We've got a week off as to the fact I'm streaming tonight. And yeah, everyone's just talking about crisps and Seabrooks and how they love them and how Ben's livery is very inspirational. So qualifying is just coming to an end, which is good because that means that we're 13th on the grid. I'm happy with that. I think that's higher than we qualified at Manicourt. But we're going to have to be really careful on this circuit. There's a lot of very heavy start-stop sections where we could get caught out by the AI. Martin Brundle is on a lap, but he's only just started it, so I think he was out of time. That sounds awful, Martin. Absolutely awful. What on earth? Is he like staying in 6th gear? Is he alright? Is that a bugged sound file or something? You can hear that, can't you? Oh no. Listen. Can we see on board? It's broken. It's very broken. That's funny. I mean, it sounds awesome, but it also sounds awful at the same time. Yeah, bring it in, Martin. It's done. Your session's done, lad. Okay. So Martin Brundle is, yeah. Shumi at Barca. That's a great shout, actually, Ben. Yeah, that's it, Martin. You just do that, mate. So Schumacher gets pole position. Hill eventually went second fastest ahead of Irvine, who did close in on Schumacher as well. It's quite close at the top. We find ourselves 13th, 3.1 seconds off Schumacher's time. But that's fine, because this is 90s Formula 1. So, let's go to the next session. Yes, thank you. Let's wait for rFactor to crash or do something stupid, because it normally does. No. And what I like doing is this. Oh, would you... look at it. Look at... oh, yeah, frame rate. Daddy. Look at it. Look at it, everyone. Like, come on. How sick is that? Oh, I love this mod. Sure, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but, I mean... nostalgia on nostalgia. Is it not awesome? Bloody hell. Okay. Right, so I need to make sure all the blood goes into my head for a minute and sort out our fuel. So, yes, it thinks that we're going to have that. 45 litres in the stop. 50 litres to begin with. Right then. Thank you very much, Simon. Much appreciated. Jakob doesn't like the Ferrari. I don't either. I think it's the ugliest Ferrari F1 car, except for the 2014 and 15 cars that they've ever made. But it's just the nostalgia seeing it. You've got Ferrari and Williams, and then Jordan, Benetton, and McLaren locking out the front 4 rows of a grid. Like, is that not the 90s? It's just amazing. 30 laps here at Silverstone. We've got 1 stop planned, and that's going to be on lap 15. That thinks we're putting 11 laps in. I think I'm just going to go for 50. just to play it safe. And yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? Let's do this. We're starting basically halfway around a corner. So we're going to get ready to lift off for the British Grand Prix. And again, like at Manicourt, we've had a belter of a start. Can't quite sneak through the gap in the McLarens there, but we'll be all right. Diniz looking down the inside. We've got to think that he's our rival in the championship. There's a big accident in front. There's a Williams around. That's why I turned damage off, because in retrospect, we would have been out of the race then, and that would have been it, and the whole stream would have been over. And look how quickly Hill has been able to recover, but Hill had contact with somebody and just went flying around. Big wobble. My engine's so much quieter than everyone else's. There's a Benetton involved, that's John Alesi. And then Rosset, Panis, Verstappen, Frentzen and Diniz are all a long way behind us. So that is good for us. Yeah, we went into the back of the McLarens in front, but I think we got away with that. Right, I'm happy to just sit behind these guys while they check up in these opening moments, although, come on. How cool is that Benetton from the back? Interesting start then. Look at the lap. Oh, look at the lap counter on the fuel counting down, by the way. We've got over 3 million laps. It's a Prius. Come on, you lot. Sort it out. John Alesi again. The bane of our life. We were stuck behind him at his home Grand Prix and then he retired right near the end. And the cars behind have already caught up. Right, have it. Curb. Oh, don't stick your nose down there. No. Bad idea, Chaz. It does bounce, Jakob. It just does that. That's the Forti. It's horrendous. It's got the wobbles, mate. It's got the disease. It's got the wobbles. When you come off the brakes or on the throttle partway round, the tyre shudder is just incredible in the worst way. So that's Yukio Katayama in front. We know we can be quicker than him. We've got Rosset behind us. I don't like it. It's that corner, club, and to be fair, this second to last corner as well is pretty bad. Only thing for us now is the fact that Katayama has a clear straight line advantage. Got to use my superior testicular fortitude to go through corners quicker than him. Are we going to send it? We're going to send it. No, we're not going to send it. Oh, we should have sent it. It's fine. We're probably not fighting for points. We're just fighting for positions over the likes of Minardi and Diniz. We need to make sure Diniz doesn't finish ahead of us. He's behind us at the minute, which is fine. And Minardi slowing him down. Oh, that's a lovely opportunistic move. Now we're going to get held up behind the Minardi. Round the outside. Go on. Smooth. Oh, he's hit the brakes really hard. I was giving him room. Yes, we've done it. We've done Lamy and Katayama in 2 corners. Suddenly going dark. What's going on? Alesi and then Herbert. We're back up to 14th, so in the long term we've not actually lost many places at all, just the one. There's constantly a blue light flashing at the end of the pit lane like somebody's coming out. It scares the life out of me. Bouncing worse than iRacing's Formula 3.5. It's pretty bad, isn't it? Oh, God. But I think the way that there's no damping to the sort of visuals on rFactor, it's, whoa, God, makes it look a lot worse than it is. Okay, sun's back out now. This can't be the British Grand Prix. This feels a lot more chaotic and stressful than the French Grand Prix. Then again, I haven't put it into first gear at 170 odd mile an hour yet. Alesi's being very French, isn't he? Come on. 3.3 per lap. Now it says 3.19. Okay. Thank you, Jakob. Much appreciated. We'll change the... Come on, Jean. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that was awful. We've had a shunt with Herbert. He went down to first and just locked. And that in front of us now is maybe Diniz, or is it Panis? Oh, the rears didn't like that. Now we're in a scrap. Herbert's back for revenge. That's Pedro Lamy. Okay, so I've set it to take 55 litres at the stop, Jakob. Come on, Pedro. Wobbles. Hey up, who's that? Is that Schumacher? Is that Michael Schumacher? It is! Schumacher's out! Schumacher is out at the British Grand Prix. From pole, unbelievable. Well, we do have time-scaled engine failures on, so they do happen. That is amazing. So that means that now, I'm pretty sure Villeneuve was leading earlier. We'll have a look on the timing in the bottom right of the screen. No, it's Hill leading. Where's Villeneuve? Villeneuve's 7th. Hang on. Wasn't Hill the one that had the accident at the start, or was it Villeneuve? If it's Hill, that's ridiculous. Because he's leading the race now. Nah, it's got to have been Villeneuve. Still, we carry on. Schumacher is out though. His championship is falling apart. He didn't have a great run at Manicourt, and Villeneuve got a lot of points on him there. And Hill isn't far behind in the championship either, so he could take the championship lead here. We've got 3 points. That's Panis in front of us. Diniz is a few places back. We're not in a point scoring place now, so we don't need to worry too much. We just need to keep our eye on the fuel and on the tyres. Tyres are doing fine. We lost about 10% on the rears. We're already on lap 5. Oh, I was hoping to take a later apex there. Actually, did you catch a glimpse of the pink bit on his helmet, Ben? Oh, I love Beppies. Revs. I love the chaos and the occasion of driving these cars though, man. rFactor is so inconsistently good looking at points. Official content, official tracks, they look stunning, don't get me wrong. The higher end content on the workshop is great. These cars don't look bad at all, but this whole thing looks very cartoony and looks very much like rFactor 1. Whoa. But you know what, I don't care. Because I love how violent it is and bumpy and rugged. It's so cool. You get that noise and that occasion of driving these cars and it's just so much fun. Come on. We have just absolutely mugged. As Murray called him in 1996, Olivier Panis. The AI are on 95% this week as opposed to the 78 that they were on at Manicourt because they were sensationally fast around there. Ah, yes, you are familiar with Damon Hill's lid because of the fact that you had to reverse the colours on yours. I loved that, by the way, Ben. That was so cool. In Formula 1, Ben ran a Damon Hill tribute helmet on iRacing, and it was white with blue instead of blue with white, as Damon Hill's lid is, and it just looks so cool. Unlike that, stop wobbling. I'm pushing hard here, and it feels alright, you know. We've got, who have we got ahead? Katayama, Alesi, and Fisichella. Fisichella's in a Minardi, so we could definitely outdo him. Can be so much faster around there. I was going to say we could maybe, with maybe one or two retirements in front of us, think about a points finish. We got 1 championship point last time at Manicourt. We got 2 at the Nürburgring earlier in the season, but that 9th place was a fluke because of the fact that the safety car split the field in half and left us with the leaders. But we're definitely faster than the AI here, look at that. And the inside of Katayama. Oh, he's still there. Oh. Cut back. Nope. Overheated the rears. And they didn't like that. Good race so far, this, though, isn't it? Good fun. Oh my god. Oh. That was not great. I was going to say the pace we carried around there was sensational. Wobble, 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 wobble. Yes, we know, we know. I like this. So we're on lap 7. Planning to pit at lap 15. So a lot of time left to go to sit behind Katayama and decide whether we're going to buy a 2004 Motorola Razr. Do you remember when Formula 1 teams had one-word names? And have you also heard about Josh Cook in the British Touring Car Championship moving to a team that is, I think it's Speedworks Satellite Team LKQ Euro Car Parts with Cinetic. I think that's the full team name. Really. Speedworks Satellite Team LKQ Car Parts. No, LKQ Euro Car Parts with Cinetic. Good luck, David Addison and Tim Harvey. I mean, those boys are good. They know what they're doing, but it doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? Just say Speedworks. Okay, so if we sit behind Katayama, we're kind of catching Fisichella, I think. Who's that ahead of that? Sarlo then as well. That's Katayama's teammate further up the road. So points are on the table here, I'm telling you. Go on, go on, go on. Hey up, Drew. I'm pushing, love. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, mate. If I turn up with a flip phone tomorrow, you know I've sat behind this idiot too long. How many sponsors do we want in our team then? Yes. You're absolutely right. I think the Visa Cash App RB thing is stupid. There has to be some sort of thing against the naming rights of teams, but I suppose it's down to the teams to organise their own dealings and contracts and negotiations and whatever else. But like, that's a Tyrrell, that's a Minardi, this is a Forti, that's a Benetton. Williams, Ferrari, sure, they were known as like Williams Renault or McLaren Mercedes or McLaren Honda, but that's only when it was combined with it being a constructor and an engine supplier instead of just a team with a stupid name. That was a nice little dive on Katayama, wasn't it? One way then the other. Oh, I've overdone it there though. Oh, he's turned me! Katayama, you little cretin! Katayama did not like that. Wow. We got turned. I touched the grass a little bit, but it got away and then there was a big hit in the rear. Okay, time to crack on. Not that we weren't already, I was pushing like mad. Yeah, I'm not sure if the points will be on the board now because that's a chunk of time gone. Luckily we stayed ahead of the train of cars that's behind us that's led by Johnny Herbert. Look at that though, 7/10 up on my fastest lap already. I had to say it. Come on, little Forti, you got this. Little sip of Beppies. Fun fact, that's not the same can of Pepsi that you saw me sip earlier. Man's prepared, isn't it? God, I'm sad. I'm 31. Anyway. Herbert is 2 seconds behind us now, so we've got a little gap to him, which is decent. We will have if we don't do that again. Classic Ukio. Yeah, man. To be fair, though, my send on him, I mean, I would have been riled up if someone would have mugged me off with that sort of send. Oh, it's nice down there, said the actress to the bishop. I do have to saw at the wheel there. It may look unnecessary what I'm doing there, but honestly, I have to keep coming off it. I've got traction control to a point where I can just plant my foot and the car will behave, but it comes a point when the tyres get worn in that it really doesn't want to behave. We're flying here. We've just got a second faster than my best lap of the race. 35.5. That's only 1.7 seconds off the fastest lap of the race, that. How are the tyres looking? 77% on the rears. That is the worst of all of it at the minute. And that's what? Nearly 25% gone after 9 laps. So the tyres are going to be pretty decent by the time we pit. Hill is 9 seconds clear at the front, so he's having a good day. We've definitely got the legs on him again, though. Come on, Olivier. Ooh, there. Ooh, the rears are wanting to give away a little bit there. Definitely feel the car moving around more than it was before. Slipstream, I need to be careful here I don't hit the back of him because I'm a bit quicker than him through it. Thank you, Olivier. Yes. Okay, look how quickly we've got back to where we were. This is the pace that we're on at the minute. I think the AI struggles with worn tyres, you know. I am familiar with F1 Challenge 99-02, Jakob. Do you think it'd be worth to do a run through of that? I am planning a series on another game at the moment, but I'm not sure how well I can get it to run the full game. But once I complete TOCA Race Driver 2, I've got a plan for a very, very big game. That if I'm going to try and complete and 100% like I did with Gran Turismo 2, if I'm recording it just for content and doing a few episodes every so often, could take 3 years. But if it's not getting the views, then obviously it'll take 5 minutes and I'll just do one video and then give up. Yeah, I'll definitely look at something like that, Jakob. Don't press escape because it automatically ends your race. Wow. At least in this, it sort of asks you if you want to go back to a menu or something. Do we turn Katayama around in revenge? No. I'm gonna be a good boy. We're gonna mug him again the same way we did before. They've got that little bit more power there, look. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Excuse me, Yukio. Thank you. We did it. Right, now Fisichella, a driver that we were trying so hard to beat earlier in the season. There was a little storyline earlier in the championship coming up to round 6 that if we finished in front of the Minardis in a certain number of races, we got to change to them partway through the season because there was a driver swap with Minardi. Trulli went to... I can't remember what team it was. Trulli went to another team basically halfway through the season. Actually, I think they dropped Pedro Lamy for Jarno Trulli or something. Trulli went to Minardi, I think. I can't bloody remember. Ah! Or was it Trulli? No. Fisichella went to another team, I'm pretty sure. So we would have taken Fisichella's seat. Trulli went to Prost in 1997 when Panis broke his leg at the Canadian Grand Prix. There was another touch there from Katayama. We need to get away from this and get ahead of Fisichella. Big send, big send. He's still there though. Whoa. Chopped his nose off a little bit. Car's moving around a lot more out of there now, so I need to mind out. Well, good thing I get paid to talk, innit? Talk a lot. Oh, look at that. Definitely got some sort of... Whoa, are you alright? Oh, we've got some sort of edge over them here. I think on worn tyres we've just got pace. This is feeling fantastic. Have I got my angry face on? I really hope I've not got my angry face on, because I'm really enjoying myself. Okay, points. Points, points, points. Wait, how's that worked? Oh yeah, we were 13th behind Katayama. We've taken 3 cars. Points, everyone. 6 points behind Lacey now. Sorry, 6 seconds behind Lacey. I was going to go to Minardi, Jakob, but no. I'm going to stay with Forti and do the whole season from one team. And why are you telling me to pit? No, that's not what we're doing. Is there another screen for this to tell it the strategy? Because we're not pitting. This is lap 13. Oh, I know why. It's because it thinks. The initial fuel thought it had 13 laps, didn't it? I don't care if the crew is ready for pit stop. I haven't got a button to tell them to not be ready for a pit stop. Ugh. Grip up, piggy. That wobble's funny, isn't it? I'm on a mission here. I'm setting times. Oh, back end's going. Just not scared of it now. Look at that, 3/10 up on our fastest lap. What on earth? Come on. Crack on. Oh, isn't there a thing where you can request stop? Further down the menu, I think. Oh, hang on. Alright, change up, Chaz. No, there isn't. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, Chaz. Chill. Chill, chill, chill. Yeah, it must have. Absolutely must have. You're right, Jakob. Nearly 22 minutes of the race gone. Oh, like wants to wobble 1 minute and doesn't the next. Got 7 litres. We're on lap 14, so we're coming in at the end of the next lap anyway. But look at this. We are so much quicker on worn tyres. Wonder if the AI is going to pit at this point as well, with it coming up to halfway through the race. Oh my goodness me. Well, we are again on a mission here. Maybe I need to turn these AI up even more for the next race. Come on, Jean. Yep, low fuel, I know. Kind of hoping that he was going to go in the pits there so we can just crack on without a reference car in front. Is it that bad, John? Surely. Surely not. Oh, come on, mate. Around the outside. Box, box, box. Oh my god, look at the speed of that. And dive. Oh, he's going to mug me. Wants to wobble. Don't you dare, John. Oh, dear. Dear, dear, dear. Get over it. I was hoping to get out of their way there. That was a bit late to do that. He doesn't like me, does he? I'm not happy with that. Still in the points. We're in 9th place. Has someone else had a drama? Barrichello is now out of the race in the Jordan. We didn't see him, or at least I didn't notice him. Maybe watching the video back you might see him somewhere. But Barrichello in the gold Jordan is out of the race. So too, very controversially, is Michael Schumacher. Pole position championship leader. Yeah, it absolutely was payback, wasn't it, Ben? He's mugged me there. I said he was being typically French earlier. He said, I'll show you French. Okay. Pit stop time, Beppies. Oh. Love me a Beppies. Right. Oh, my shoulders. I think I've been sat funny. That did put fuel in, didn't it? Jesus. There's the two footworks. Waste of carbon fibre and energy. So, we pitted a lap before the AI. We tended to be... Well, we were a few laps ahead of them at the French Grand Prix, but... I'll have to see. I think that we might gain a lot of time here because I think what makes them pit is the tyres more than the fuel, because they'll have just filled up to have full fuel all the way to the end. But they'll... Jesus. They'll only pit when the tyres get beyond the point of actually being manageable. Yeah, look at that. Oh dear. Yeah, that wasn't smart by me, admittedly. I was trying to give him more room, but then I noticed that he was still coming over to the left. Crumbled a little bit there. So we've got 57 litres of fuel on board, so we're going to be absolutely sound. Down the inside of Verstappen. Down the inside of Rosset. Thank you very much indeed. Bye-bye footwork. Neither of them coming in the pits yet, so we've got Lamy in front of us next. Oh, don't like that. To be fair, Jakob, I mean, the AI are on 95, and in qualifying and stuff, they were right with me, but yeah, on the in terms of the strategy, they just sort of wait for the fuel to... wait for the tyres to be absolutely dead. And that's what they're doing. They're running around on shattered tyres. It's a shame, but it's an element that I need to maybe test a little bit more. Still, it's spicy because we've had 2 spins. And it could still be that we get beat by them in the later stages. Nearly over-revved the thing then. And also earlier in the season, I'm not sure many of you would have seen them actually, but we ran out of fuel at Barcelona. I think it was like halfway through the race, I ran out of fuel. Can't remember what happened exactly, but I think the calculation was way off, and suddenly it only warned me when I had like 0.4 litres left or something, and then coming into turn 10 in the hairpin, I ran out of fuel. Oh, that was shoddy. Anyone pitting? Heck. Yes, cars in the pits. Okay, so they're not pitting much further after us, which is good. I've just changed the splits down there to be real time. Lacey's 5.4 seconds ahead. We are in 10th place, sorry. Once again. Is there anyone ahead of us that we were around before? No. Interesting. I don't remember any of them being behind. Oh, Fisichella's actually in 6th place. Oh, my back. It's amazing how suddenly it becomes like muscle memory doing this. Like when you start overthinking about where your hands are and what you're doing with the wheel and the pedals and stuff, that's when it really falls apart and crumbles. But for most of it, you get into muscle memory big time. And the fact that I'm turning a wheel and pressing the pedals like I would in a real car if I was doing this, and getting the inputs on the screen to match. Like, I love sim racing, man. I don't know why I don't drive more often, to be honest, especially on something like iRacing. Sure, I pay for iRacing, and you know, with the work I do with them and with my championships and so on, it pays for itself, but I need to do more driving on it. And funnily enough, if you've made it through this far, and you're watching this live, actually, if you're watching this live, thank you. Appreciate you being here on the night. But you're the ones that will hear early that Thursday is 4 years since I last did an official race on iRacing. I competed in the 2020 Bathurst 12 Hours with Morgan Butler and Chris Coughlin at CQR Club, the team that was run by Ash Sutton, British Touring Car Champion, claim to fame. And we started 20th. Someone on the start didn't move. We were 27th by lap 1, and we just fought on, and we finished 6th, and it was amazing. It was great fun. That was just before COVID, when I was streaming on Twitch back then as well. And since then, I've not done a single official race on iRacing. 4 years as of Thursday. So on Thursday, I might get my return to official races on iRacing and record it and do an episode on it and make a video out of it. Not going to stream them live, not yet anyway, but I'm going to start doing an occasional official race. I need to get the rig back out, but it's something I want to get into before the house move, because doing this and putting this wheel on this desk like this is so easy, and the results are pretty good. It's a great wheel, to be fair. The pedals are very straightforward, but I think I can handle them. So yeah, the return of me driving is not just going to be confined to this by the look of it, because I need to drive more on iRacing, whether it's on that rig with the Thrustmaster TX and Fanatec CSL Elite load cells, or whether it's just this TGT2 and the pedals from that. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, lap 20 of the British Grand Prix. Bit of no man's land at the moment. We are catching John Alesi-ish. Although actually no, he's getting away slightly. He's gained a 10th and a bit on us in the first sector. We are inside the points though. We're ahead of Mika Salo. Diniz is nowhere near the points. Barrichello and Schumacher the only 2 retirements at this present moment. I need to stop trying to change the standings while I'm halfway around a corner. I hope you're enjoying the show so far, everybody. Please do make sure that if you are watching live, you give it a like, and it'll help out the algorithm and so on. I, for one, on YouTube don't like liking videos because I don't like them all going into a playlist, but if you could do that to help me out, I would massively appreciate it. I appreciate you just being here and watching live, though. There's a bunch of you that are fantastic supporters of what I do, and me being an idiot in general and coming up with all these stupid ideas, and I honestly love you all so much for it. Channel's gone from 1,000 subscribers at the start of January last year to hitting 2,700 subscribers yesterday. It's all down to Tower Simulator 3, I know it, but I can still enjoy myself and hopefully give stuff like this a bit more outreach because of that. I'm loving driving around this circuit at the minute though. You're absolutely right, Jakob, this is the good Silverstone. Still never my favourite circuit because it's very flat, but it is an airfield, so it can be forgiven. But I like the fact that we're almost on identical pace to John Alesi at the moment. We've gained 2 tenths on him, and the fact that I'm pushing like mad and only gaining that actually makes me happy in a strange way, because it means that we're not battering him in an unrealistic manner, but we can still be competitive as long as I do good things and be a good boy. What are tyres looking like? 87 on that front left. It's not horrendous. Got to be so on and off the brakes. Gaining time here, we're on a fast lap. Ooh, that was close to the grass. Whoa, yup. That was just a little reminder from Pig that she's not invincible and she is a Forti, and you need to be careful with her. She was just giving me a little... It's like when a dog just sinks its teeth in a little bit, just sort of on your arm to say, I will hurt you. Are we going to go sub 135? We are. Our fastest lap is now less than 2 seconds off the fastest lap of the race. No, sorry, it's 1.2 seconds off the fastest lap of the race. So we are on a mission. Catching Jean Alesi again. Always seems to be us against Jean. Down the hanger straight again. My back is actually really hurting, you know. Don't know if I'm sat in an awkward position compared to last time or what, but I've definitely had to fight the wheel a lot more in this one. When it wobbles, like I'm really gripping it tight, so I don't know if it's something to do with that and my shoulders, but yeah, it's actually... You forget sometimes how not just mentally taxing sim racing can be because of the amount of thinking you have to do, but it can be physically taxing as well. I'm not the fittest person in the world, and I'm not the softest person in the world, but yeah, it can be quite physically taxing at points. I say that as I rub my eye through bridge, actually. I didn't think about that for a second then. Go on then, Jean, let's be having you. He's falling apart, anyhow, Jean. Ooh, big jump off the curb there on the grass. Is that another fastest lap? 1:34.7. It's just getting quicker and quicker, this car. Great little 40. Lap 23 of 30. It is going to be a sprint to the end. We've got plenty of fuel left, 35 litres. 11.1 laps remaining according to the calculator up there. So we're comfortable on fuel. Tyres are the only thing we need to look at really, and they're not going to be in any sort of major danger. Not like they were at the end of the French Grand Prix. Have a look at the standings though. Hill is a minute ahead. Villeneuve has got up into second place. Villeneuve is on a real mission. I mean, never mind me. Villeneuve is on it. He's 15 seconds behind Hill. Hakkinen is in fourth. Berger's fifth. Brundle, Coulthard, and then Alesi. Williams and Ferrari are close in the team's championship at the top as well. Oh my god, that's fast through there. Whoa. Excuse me, madam. Don't overheat the rears, Chaz. Just give it a sec. We can just let it chill out for a minute. Jean, are you alright? You're getting mugged. Sorry, I've had a message. I don't just check it for any old message, but I saw the name of who it was that came through. So just making sure there's no emergency or anything. Ooh! Oh, I felt that. This is only a belt-driven wheel, but boy, I felt that. Ooh, that was not cool. That's jolted me little finger. You still there, everyone? We are in a bit of no man's land, though, at this point. I do apologise if this has gotten stale. But I tell you what, if we could double our points here... Although, actually, no, we're on for 2 points, aren't we? We've got 3 in total. We're on for 2 if we finish here in 9th place. Can you imagine if we get 4 points? More than double our total tally for the season. I said a thing, didn't I? That's what I did there. I should just keep my mouth shut. I love that. That does not get boring, that part of the circuit. Through bridge. Wow, that bump. Yeah, maybe I'm taking too many liberties here. I'm just overdoing it slightly. Just trying to get excited about overtaking Jean. Look at the way that car gets out of the corner, though. The pace of it. The power is insane. The Forti used I think it was a V8 Ford engine when everyone else had V10s. Pretty sure it was only a V8. I'm not sure actually if that was a bit later in life when the Tyrrells ran V8s and everyone else had a V10. Ken made up some rubbish about it just being lighter because it had less cylinders in it. What a pioneer Ken Tyrrell was, though. Okay, we're on lap 25 out of 30 here at Silverstone, 1991. That's the mod of the track anyway, it's 1991 Silverstone. But this is obviously the 1996 series that we are doing. Oh. Come on. Just trying to figure out where we get the better of Jean, because he stops on a dime around here and I don't want to hit the back of him. I think it's just going to be a run out of the final corner that we get. No. No chance, not with what that car can do. On to lap 26, only a few to go, we've got 8 laps in the tank. Tyres, I imagine, are looking alright. Ooh, maybe not after that. Yeah, tyres, 75% life on the front left. It's been a little bit cloudy for... yeah, a little bit cloudy for a few moments. Ah, Minardi and Footwork also ran V8s. That's why they were rubbish. What was that Life car that ran like a W16 or a W12 or something, and it was like 40 seconds off the pace? Aidan Millward did a great video on that machine and its failings. Aidan's very dry, sarcastic humour really puts to sleep the argument that that car was ever going to be any sort of a good idea. Oh God. Oh, it's really wobbling there. I suppose the rear wants to step out because the tyres are getting worn. So scared of that corner. Right, come on, cut back down the inside. Ah, no. Do we... that was too late deciding then. Just understeered. I like this chase. I don't even think I'll mind if we don't beat him. I think I just need to have an almighty Hail Mary through bridge all round here. Come on. Come on, Forti. Back out, John. Nearly. I don't want to do it unfairly. I don't want to do a ridiculous move that's going to put us both in hospital. It's good racing though. It's a close little chase. I am so sorry, John. Why do I open my mouth? I don't want to get that place like that. I mean, we've got, I tell you what, actually, everyone, you know what? We've got 20 odd seconds back to Mika Salo and the gang. We're going to wait for him. I don't want to do it like that. I was being silly. Le payback. Jesus, come on, John. We've still got 16 seconds to Salo behind us, so don't have to worry about that. We can have this little scrap with Jean. But if he brake checks me like that again, he's getting punted. That was possibly one of the coolest liveries Benetton ever had, the 96 car. So much white on it with that beautiful green. The teal colours and the blue. It's just awesome. Did myself in there. 3 laps to go, everyone. That's lap 27 in the books. 28, 29 and 30. Yeah, 1990 was the life with its 3 banks of 4 cylinders. And it was toss, Ben. Absolutely toss. It looked like a Ferrari that had been squashed. Come on, stop wobbling, pig. Whew, I am actually getting a bit uncomfortable here. It's not good. It's nothing to do with the chair. The chair cost me over 300 quid, so I'm never going to blame the bloody chair. It's been an interesting one though, hasn't it? Go on, tighter line. Nah, it didn't work. Gained a little bit of time on him on the exit, but the power of that Benetton is just so superior to what we've got. Yes. Oh, he's come all the way over. You sleazebag, John. Ah, try to cut back. Car doesn't want to. 2 laps to go. 9th place though. 2 points will be awesome. Let's try and get a run on the exit here. Just can't do it, man. The car's got so much more power. Oh, go on. Oh, we absolutely lobbed it in. Oh, no. Yeah, that's why you can't just lob it in. That was the payback for Arjan. A little bit of a gap to make up now, but I know we can do that. Look. Right, on the throttle early, come on. No. Oh, I was trying to push that tight line even more. Car doesn't want to do it anymore, the tyres are dying. Yeah, I've got 67% on that front left, so it's not giving me the response that I want. Why did I grab 6th? Right, we're next to him, so he can't come all the way over. He's going to get scared, and we're going to go through. Yes. Come on. And now, with no Benetton holding me up, we should be able to disappear. That's 8th place, everyone. That will be our best result of the season if we can finish there. Pretty sure it is 4 points for 8th place. And that will more than double our tally. It'll move us well away from Pedro Diniz. But the top 10 in the championship are a long way ahead of the rest of us, so if we can be best to the rest, I will be over the moon. Yeah, look at that. We gained 2 seconds on John Alesi already, man. He was holding me up big time. Again, AI will be increased, but I think as the tyres die, the AI just can't adapt to them, unfortunately, so we need to consider that in future rounds. Still, I think I'm going to do 13 of these, so we've still got 6 more races left to go. Can't remember what the next one is, actually. I think it's Spa or something. Oh, it might be Hockenheim. I think it's the Hockenheim ring. I couldn't find a good enough mod of the old Hockenheim, so I think we're going to be using the new one, unfortunately. Still, it'll be good for racing. Whoa. Well, I'd say this has gone well. It's been another spicy race, some spins, a bit of contact. We're 16 seconds behind Coulthard, so we are definitely best of the rest at the moment here. Who's taking the win? Hill wins, Villeneuve second, Irvine third, Schumacher out the race, and we have gained 4 points in the championship hunt. Come on! Up the 40! Up the 40, everyone. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, my right thumb's killing, though. Just digging it in there on the wheel. That was good. I enjoyed that race a lot. It's busy. It's busy stuff. It's very wobbly around here. I don't think there's another circuit on the calendar where it's going to be quite as wobbly, which is good. I really struggled with it there. There's our Jean after the battle. He got mugged off. Oh, heck. Whee! Mike Murphy in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. 4 championship points, as far as I know. What is it? 25, 18, 15, 12. Yeah, 25, 18, 15, 12, 10. 8, 6, 4, 2, 1, isn't it? So we should get 4 points for that. And that's going to be a big change at the top of the championship, because obviously back in 1996 you wouldn't have got many points. It would have been, what, 10, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 back then. Savage point system, that. But I'm all there for it. You know, if you want points, you've got to do well. But that means that Villeneuve and Hill will both move ahead of Schumacher in the championship standings after he was out of the race. Were there any more retirements? Yes, Ukyo Katayama. Good. Katayama out of the race with 8 laps to go. Barrichello and Schumacher both out of the race. Schumacher out very early on. Whoa! We did it. We did it. Points, points, points. That's what we always want. Well done, little Forti. Well done. You little gemstone, you. Let's put some tunes on. That wasn't a good hand gesture. Let's go back and see some of the major components of that race. Let's have a look at the start. Let's have a look at what happened at the start then. Good Lord, rFactor. You're loud. Look at that getaway. Oh, probably could have fit through that gap. Sorry, it's well loud. So, oh! Right. Hang on. YouTube chat's gone. Finishing in a 40 is always a good result, Ben. So look at this. Watch the Williams here. He hits a curb. And he hits the end of it, and it stops the car dead. Oh, rFactor, that's so crap. Lacey hits him, and then it happens to Diniz here. So who else gets involved in that? Wow, Diniz gets railed by Panis. I hit the 2 McLarens. To be fair, Diniz gets away with it. And then it's Frentzen loses out. Watch Villeneuve here. Right. Let's watch Villeneuve. We're going to go on board with Villeneuve. We're going to speed this up. Right, count the places. Ready? 1. Not a fast count, this. Come on, Jacques. Today. Flipping heck, son. It's just going to be on the wider parts of the circuit. Oh, lad. Come on, you're not a BMW driver. 2. Ooh, ran wide there. Speed of it in a straight line. I'm sure, like, there was a lap where he gained, like, a bunch of places. Will it be when Schumacher retires? Will Schumacher really slow the group down? Is that what's going to happen? He's only gained 2 places so far. Bear with me. Let's go to Schumacher. Because he's leading by a long shot here, and then out. So he is a long way in front. I don't know, actually. Hill's behind him. We'll see what happens to the car. Because it obviously just dies. There it is, dead. Oh, the front right wheel's gone. Is it a suspension failure? It doesn't slow the group down. There's Villeneuve, though. So all of a sudden, Villeneuve's flown past all of these lot. There's me, holding up a queue. Yeah. Very strange. Very, very strange. Still, I'd say that was a mighty fine Grand Prix. I really enjoyed that a lot. I hope you did as well. But flipping heck, my back is killing me at this point. Not sure if I need to make some adjustments for next time. The AI will be turned up a little bit more next time as well. The difficulty will be turned up so it's maybe a bit more of a fight with some of the cars a little bit lower down rather than challenging people like Jean Alesi and Benetton, who clearly should have smacked us in that race. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I hope you have as well. We will be back on the... Bear with me. Check my calendar. Silverstone is done. We are going to be next on... It's going to be a few weeks now, unfortunately. The Hungaroring is the next one. That's going to be on the 28th of February on a Wednesday night. Then the 2 weeks later, on the 13th of March, we're going to be doing Hockenheim. Then it's Spa on the 28th of March, a little bit later on in the month. So, got a few weeks to wait until the next episode, unfortunately, everybody. But, like I say, really hope you enjoyed that, because it was very, very good fun. That's going to be all from me, though, I'm afraid, for this evening. And like I say, I'll hopefully see you in the next episode of it. We'll be back in the Forti and hopefully get more points. I'll actually have a points update for next time as well. And yeah, we'll start the stream off with that and hopefully go from there. But thank you very much for watching, everybody. Really hope you've enjoyed it. It's been great to see you all again, and I will see you in the next one.